welcome to the third episode of the THROSTLE cast, and this episode is the review of the Brighton and Hove Albion game. Now I thought I'm going to record this tomorrow, but this is just after the match, because I think I've got a lot to talk about that game. So let's just go on chronologically, and let's start from the first half. A first half that left me thinking, good grief, we're down this season. We started off okay in the first half. First 10 minutes, we had a bit of the ball. Krivinovic had a shot that was comfortable for the goalkeeper, but we still had the ball. We still created some chances. Second half, and then we kept on going in the first half, and Brighton grew into the game, and it really just felt like we just lost. We'd lost it. And it all ended with a pretty Charlie Chaplin defending, if I dare so call it that myself, of a Livermore own goal. But after that, we started to look a little bit more lively. So I wasn't that surprised when in the second half we're actually getting upfield and we're getting around the Brighton area. Thrice in this game, we've had a ball cut back, twice to Pereira, once to Krivinovic, and it's been agonisingly close to scoring. We were really close. So then I thought it was just going to be one of those games where you have the chances until Carlin Grant pops up and says, "Hello, I'm going to score my first West Bromwich Albion goal," and he did. And yep. So that was very exciting. After that, my pessimistic side of me just thought, here we go, watch Brighton go and score and win it. And then as the last few minutes of the second half went on, I started to think, hey, we might win this. And we almost did. Robinson was through on goal a few times. Matt Phillips was through on goal a few. If he had just gotten that out of his feet, and he had, who knows with Phillips, he might have buried that. He could have messed it up, but we know Phillips can score from the pass. In the past, he has scored, so who knows? He might score that. Looking at the stats, 50% possession, 5 shots, 3 on target for Brighton, 9 shots, 3 on target for us. We deserve to win that game. 6 corners for Brighton, only 2 for us. 14 fouls for Brighton, only 7 for us. So overall, quite promising there. The performance in the second half is very promising, but what is just frustrating is we go another game without winning. We should have won, but we don't. You don't get 3 points for should have won. You know, you might deserve to win a game. But if you can't take your chances, it's like that against Burnley. We should have won that game, I think. Okay, Burnley did have the chances, but I still think we should have won. If Grant keeps himself on side a bit, we win. Like this today, if Pereira's shot is that little bit closer, if Gallagher's shot manages to get through, if Furlong hasn't had a last-ditch challenge on him, we win the game. All of these happened, and we just couldn't score. I think it would be nice if we could take corners better than we can, because, okay, we only got 2, but when you get those corners, it can be really important, taking those corners. It's just another way of scoring, isn't it? We can score from open play, we can score from the penalty spot, we can score from even the odd free kick. But corners are important as well. Maybe we should get Tony Pulis back as our corner coach, because good grief, say what you like about Tony Pulis, but he managed to set up a corner, defending it and offending it. If we could, hey, I wouldn't mind Pulis being back for our corner coach. Now, something that happened after our recording it is that Slaven Bilic is believed to be unhappy because Higazi was apparently sold behind his back. Now, I wouldn't get worried about Slaven Bilic walking, because it's not come from a particularly reliable source. It seems like we've had a bit of a hockey effect here, and one person has said it, and everybody's now saying it. So I wouldn't worry. And I don't think Bilic is the sort of type to walk out of a job. For me, he's not that type. He's the sort of type that's going to stay with us. Okay, maybe Higazi was sold behind his back. And maybe if that was the case, I'm not saying it was, but if that was the case, he could walk. Because, let's be honest, if I was the manager of a team, of course I'd never walk away from Albion, but if I was, let's say, a team that I don't really like or dislike, someone like, first club that comes to my head, I don't know, gosh, I can't think of one, Southampton, if they had sold, let's say, Vestergaard, I'm not sure, or Wesley Hoot, behind my back, I would think about walking, because you always should consult the manager, but I don't think they have. Maybe they have, but I don't think we would, because I think we would know that was a recipe for disaster to sell a player without their back, sell a player behind the manager's back. So all in all, I think that's a positive result. For me, my man of the match, I am gonna give it. Ooh, I only listened to this on the radio, so I didn't really watch it. But based on what I heard on West Bromwich Albion radio, make sure to listen in with Jess Miliband. I'm gonna. This is a hard one. I think I'm gonna give it to Matheus Pereira. From what I heard, he had a good second half and he created chances. But actually, no, I'm going to change it. I'm going to give it to Conor Gallagher because he had a really, really promising game, got us upfield. That's what we've needed this season. Somebody to take the ball from our half and get it upfield. A bit like what Sawyers did last year, but he's not been doing as much this year. So that's pretty much all I've got for about this game. I said 2-2. It ended up being 1-1. I got a draw right. I'd rather win. But you know what? Away from home, I don't think. I think every game you can take. I think if that was at home, I'd be more frustrated. But away from home, I think you got to take the point. Just take a point away from home. I mean, any side you can't complain against taking a point from home at any side. Fulham though, that is a must win. And in the preview, if you listen to the preview, you would have heard me say this is a game that we cannot lose, and we haven't lost it. So all in all, I wouldn't say I'm happy. I'm satisfied with the same as Burnley. Happy with the performance in the second half, of course, for this one. But the result, I'm not too happy about. I think we could have done better. I'm happy about the performance, met about the result. Let me know what you think of the game because I like reading your comments. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. I'll try and put the link in the description below. Hopefully you have an amazing day. See you all in the next one. Goodbye.